Right, okay, that should be live now. I'm just gonna wait. Well, I've got to open the tab first and basically just wait for tab first to come in and wait. And I'm listening to my own stream. I got to turn that off. Okay, that's just me. I've got it set so the latency should be about as minimal as possible. There will still be some, of course, but yeah, working within my limitations. The game's probably a little bit loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a bit so I can hear myself think, actually. I forgot just how loud that actually is. But yeah, pretty simple stream today. I don't really want to be doing rolls because, well, basically I don't farm at all when it comes to Grand Order. I just kind of save up for someone and then eventually actually decide to eventually roll for them. Okay, I just... Right, okay, yeah, never mind that. The stream may have cut out for a couple of seconds then, but that's fine. Nothing too disastrous. And I should, if this is right, be streaming in 720p more or less. But yeah, I am. It's just, okay, for whatever reason YouTube defaulted to like 360p. I was worried then. Hey, Asterisk Official, I can see you in the chat. Cool. Right, so yeah, pretty simple intentions for the day. I'm just gonna be doing a bit of farming because currently, just check, there's a lottery going on, and it's an interesting system where basically you've got to farm for a particular currency and then you can use that. Yeah, when Nero would shut up. Yeah, you can use it to basically just farm in here, and you can select up to 10 boxes at a time and it will be one of any of these items, and it's quite lucrative. As you can see, there's 300 rewards per box, and when you clear a box you can reset it. I've reset it 16 times, so I'm on the 17th one, and that probably sounds like quite a bit, you know, over 16, well, by this point almost 17 whole lotteries containing like 300 rewards. Yeah, that is actually quite a bit. You would be right in thinking that, but hey, it's just about one of the only things I actually really tend to do, so might as well go all in. And the one I want to farm is this particular node. What I'm hoping for is an extra copy of this craft essence. I've already got 7 copies. You can buy 4 from the shop and you can get an extra 3 to drop. Well, sorry, I've had an extra 3 drop, which is probably very good actually, because I think the drop rate is something like 2%, which isn't actually very good. And yes, it's entirely possible to farm this for dozens of hours and not get any. I've also got damage CE that's exclusive for the event, where it can, well, maximum broken like this increases it by about 200%, so you want to put that one on your main damage dealer. The other thing about Nero Festival is that there are challenge quests that appear once every day for I think about a week, and they're kind of extra challenges. The recommended level for that is 90++, so yeah, it is actually fairly challenging. But I mean, I wouldn't really have it any other way, to be perfectly honest. And unfortunately, with the timings, the next one doesn't come out until about 5 AM, so you know, for another 4.5 hours, near enough. But you have up until, I'm pretty sure, like the actual very end of the event to clear them. So what I might possibly do is, if I decide I want to stream this again, I might save some of the challenge quests and simply do them later, so that I can actually, you know, stream them. Because that'd be pretty cool. Because I mean, it's the only part of this event that's actually particularly challenging. Once you kind of, as long as you've got decent servants and you kind of get into the swing of things, get some of the craft essences, it more or less just kind of like goes along nicely, which is probably what you want actually when you're going to be farming it a lot, because you don't want to just die constantly. And yes, there is a black screen. There we go. I forget, I have a really specific way of actually doing this one, because I've done it so much. And I'm trying to remember what the actual order is of how I do this. Because it's one of those setups that's very specific. It's fairly reliable, fairly meta. I've kind of got all my bases covered. I've got NP generation, I've got a defense, I've got attack, and AoE, which is basically all I need for this. But I have a very particular order of how I kind of do things, because it can kind of just be chaos otherwise. And there isn't really the risk of dying, it's more just kind of me being really specific about how efficient I want to be with it. But I was saying that, actually thinking about it, the way this was set up before, the way I had this set up before, it was actually quite temperamental. It would usually go just fine, but it could actually get pretty bad really quickly, and I could find my main damage dealer, or I could just getting insta-killed, because that's the downside of being a berserker. You deal effective damage to everyone, everyone deals effective damage to you, so, you know, double-edged sword. Right, okay, how do I want to go about this? Raiko's fine, she's still got the extra defense that was left because she hasn't been hit yet. I was really, okay, I was weirded out then. I noticed she had 15,059 HP, which is like 1,000 more than she had at default, and I wondered why that was. And I forgot it's because she's got the particular craft essence on, and I forgot I even gave her it. So, yeah, you can tell I know what I'm doing. Is that what I want? No. That would be better, maybe? That taunt actually probably was completely unnecessary. Yeah, it was. Although it doesn't really matter, actually. Right. Do I want to use Mash's defense yet? Actually, I do. But I want to change up that order. That'll be a bit better. Just gotta bolster my defense as much as possible, and try and do it on a fairly consistent basis. And Raiko still hasn't been hit yet. Okay. Okay, no, she got hit then for like 96 damage, which is nothing. Right, so that attack buff's been applied already. Able to do that one. But yeah, because this is the main problem when it comes to actually trying to plan anything with this. It always comes down to the cards, because everyone has 5 command cards. So you have a pool of 15 cards, and of course they're going to be on rotation, and you're kind of stuck with what you've got until you've depleted all of those 15 cards, and then you'll get a new selection. So you just got to use it right. But it sometimes really screws you over. I don't expect maybe Mash will actually take out Gildrake. Yeah, sure. Surprising, but I'm not complaining. I've been called so many Iron Brute. Like my whole identity has been revealed. My dark secret of half of the inspiration of my username. It's been leaked to the world. I might as well have been doxed. What do I want to do? Yeah, that'll work. To be honest, with the buffs I've actually got applied to Raiko, she'll probably deal enough damage without even needing any of her follow-up attacks. At least I think so, anyway. It doesn't really matter either way. Yeah, I realised that I think every stream, is it every stream? I don't know, because how many have I done now? Is this the fourth one? I think it is, maybe. Yeah, she dealt enough damage. Cool, airbeam. Yeah, yeah, so this is like the fourth stream or something like that. And I realised it has been quite a while. Yeah, yeah, I realise it has been quite a while since I've actually done any non-streams. And originally I was going to hold off a little bit before I actually streamed this, because I thought, hey, maybe I should get a video out before doing another stream. But obviously I didn't decide to do that in the end. I went ahead and just streamed. But yeah, again, I might end up doing another one later on. Later on as in like maybe later in the week. But yeah, I do plan on getting something out soon rather. Although admittedly I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be. I've got a couple of things in mind. I just don't really know. For one thing, I'm up in the air with one of them. The other one I know I definitely want to do. It's just I don't really know when either one's going to be completed, so I can't really say, oh yeah, this one's going to be out. Oh good. Howdy fellow gamers. That epic gamer moment when you got the white supremacy hand in your chat. And it's really small from here, but even from here I can tell you that you got that stupid white profile picture that gets me every single time I see it. Oh, I should also probably farm more than just this node, or else it's going to get a bit repetitive, but that's fine because I've got other things I can farm. Oh, why is it whenever I stream I make stupid gameplay errors that I never make otherwise? I forgot to charge Arash's MP, so he can't use the turn 1, and he's probably going to get taken out. Oh god. I know he's got his defense, so he might actually survive. Maybe. Although kind of... uh-oh. Okay, now that's fine. Why does this always happen? It's always when I'm streaming. It's because I'm not really paying much attention to the game. Oh well. Yeah, I do only make the mistakes when I'm streaming. It's not a meme. It's real, I swear. I know I can't actually prove that. You've just got to take my word on it, because I'm, you know, very honest and never disingenuous, ever. But yeah, so I've got a couple of videos that I might come out with, at least one. Hopefully before, I say hopefully, it should be before the end of the month. If it isn't out before the end of the month, then there's a serious problem. But that one's a bit overdue. But yeah, I hope to get it out. And I'm kind of looking to maybe try something a little bit different with that, in the sense that I'm going the kind of typical video essay kind of route. Where's the POC for part 2 then? I mean, that's a very, very good question. I should probably make a POC for part 2. I should never have promised a part 2 in the first place, because I just haven't come out with it. But in a sense, it's actually probably a little bit better that I haven't done it yet, mainly because I've had more time to... You see, that's the thing, I'm actually being very, very clever. I've just kind of, you know, I've thought, I want this to be the best quality possible, so I'm just going to think over it in my head for, gosh, however many months. I think, what was it, like January I came out with that first one? Yeah, but I've had all that time to come out with the best opinions so that no one can say I'm wrong. That's what it is. But no, I am going to be hopefully doing more in the way of video essays, but hopefully with the next one doing something a little bit different by not just kind of making a traditional like review, quote unquote, because I think it's a bit more interesting if you can just take a bit of an alternative angle with something. Reviews are fine, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, because I'm probably after that one going to go back and just make some more kind of traditional reviews, just general kind of overviews. But I do kind of like giving that alternative kind of take with things. I mean, it was one of the main reasons I decided to kind of do YouTube in the first place, because it's a good outlet to do that kind of thing. I've got to get these buffed. Right, cool. Yeah, hopefully that should come out before the end of the month. The other one, who knows? Might not happen. But I do want to make the kind of latter half of the year, latter half, and maybe not, maybe the last third of the year, like hopefully the most productive by far, which so far, which you know isn't saying much, but it's something. It's a step in the right direction, I suppose. Now, what do I do about this dude? I say as I already kind of like prepare exactly what I intend to do. I can't remember what traits he has. Has he got either of these traits? Doesn't matter. I know he doesn't have demonic. Right. If this doesn't kill him, I don't know what will. Yeah, that worked. High Guardian Spice. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised. Well, I say I'm surprised. My laziness is the answer, but like, I was tempted to kind of talk about that because yeah, I've got opinions on it. I did ultimately decide against it, mainly because it's an awfully simple kind of topic. It's not particularly nuanced or anything. There's really not much to say about it that no one else has. And so I think, well, there's nothing new I can bring to the table, and it's not exactly something I'm particularly, you know, passionate about. It would just be a bit of a rant about how Crunchyroll sucks, to be honest. And so when that's the case, it's like I don't really feel too compelled to make it. I mean, sure, it would probably have been fairly good for views, although maybe it wouldn't have, because maybe too many people were making videos on it, so mine might have got buried. But, now, if you really want views, just give like edgy takes on seasonals or something. I say is I plan to make a bunch of videos about the seasonal anime, so pretend I didn't say that. To be fair, they're not edgy takes or anything. They're probably going to be fairly like vanilla takes, I guess. You know, nothing too controversial. Yeah. To be fair, I actually need to watch some more anime because I've barely been watching any. Right, okay, so we did that node. I could do some others. Actually, I'll showcase just a bit. Oh, please, Nero, shut up. I can't hear myself think. Please. Stop talking. God, Why? She just keeps talking. When you think she's done, she just kind of carries on. I cannot stand Nero's voice, by the way. It's so grating. That being said, would kind of like it. If you want views, just join me on making Vanguard vids everyone recently disagrees with. Yeah, sure, I'll get right on that actually. Yeah, I know everything there is to know about Vanguard. I'm actually the world's biggest Vanguard fan. I have all of the merchandise, and I've been a fan for much longer than you know casual viewers like Asterisk Official. That's the reality of the situation. How many can I do? Right, there's 261 remaining, 234 here. I don't know if the stream is going to like it. I don't think it's going to have any issue with the programs running. But, I've got an auto clicker, because I'm that much of a degenerate when it comes to FGO. And the lotteries can be a lot of clicking, because you can only do 10 at a time. Right, what's the shortcut thing for this? Okay, cool, and it's not appearing on the stream either. Gimmick. Yeah, you've got your what is it? You got oh god, what is that Digibro thing? You got your art and you got your gimmick. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not touching the mouse at all. The auto clicker is doing all the work for me. I pressed F6 for it, so I don't know if that does anything concerning OBS. I would hope not. I can't check right now because it is clicking away, and I'm not going to stop it until I'm done. But yeah, that epic AniTuber like moment when like you get into like apparent drama with Digibro on Twitter when oh god, I can't even remember what it was he ranted on about. Oh yeah, it was how like holding people to actual definitions of words is authoritarian. Oh god, I tell you, if he's good for anything, he's good for a laugh. Even if it wasn't necessarily his intention, it's kind of the effect. But yeah, on the off chance that Digibro is watching this, no hard feelings. Digibro told me I need to have a gimmick. If I don't, I won't have anything. T-shirts. Yeah. True. Yeah. Everyone knows Digibro's right when it comes to literally everything. Right. Okay. So I just did some of the lottery, and that got me a bunch of stuff. Got me some stuff that I can burn in here, because I don't need those ones. Receive selected, and now it's gonna lag. It's gonna lag out. Okay, cool. Right. Summoning, because I also got a bunch of friend points, and I want to get whatever's in the friend pool, which is mostly just garbage, but sometimes there's something alright. But because there is a secret servant in the friend point gacha, Angramanu, and he's so rare, like no one knows what percentage his drop rate is. It could be anywhere between like maybe 1 in 1,000 to 1 in like 100,000 or something like that. I've probably spent well over 1 million, well yeah I've probably spent well over 1 million friend points and I've never seen him. But it'd be interesting if I got him on the stream. I won't, because the chances are just that low. And by the way, no, this isn't using up any of my like proper currency. Oh hey, that was nice actually. That's great, I can bother selling the Garbo stuff later. He's a ching. No, to be fair, that would be fair enough actually. Oh, speaking of rolls, when it opens, right? Okay, so I said didn't want to roll at all, and Okay, that's probably kind of true. However, Nero and Nero Bride, and while I did kind of berate a voice, I would kind of like to have Nero. But I've got like a single ticket. So, you know, I could, maybe, I could spend a ticket. Possibly. However, I've got a little formula to decide whether or not I should spend a ticket, and basically what that is to burn a bunch of craft essences in the CE bomb and accidentally tapped out. Yeah, get them, put them in the CE bomb, and if I get a normal success, that's no rolling. If I get a super success or a great success, and they're fairly rare, then I do a roll. I did this lately on the Prism Ilia banner, which was a couple of weeks ago. I did a single roll, and I managed to, in that one roll, on a great success, which is better than a super success, don't ask why, I actually did manage to get Artoria, which was great. Probably the best luck I've had outside of getting Raikou on one roll. So I'm not superstitious, but this is basically a way for me to kind of mitigate my impulsive nature, while also possibly being able to indulge and like just give bad excuses. Okay, that was a normal success. So, you know, everything I just said doesn't really matter because we're not rolling. To be fair, if I was going to roll, I'd just be using the single ticket anyway. Right. What do I actually need to buy from the thing? Quite a few things actually. I'm going to be trying again for Sabushiki towards the end. Actually, no, not the end of the year, at the very beginning of next year, as part of the New Year celebration. So I'm going to need Saber cookies, but there's going to be a lottery that's going to have cookies in them. So I probably want to buy the October crystals. There's 20, and I have enough to buy 16, so that means I need more gold medals. So I'll go to the gold medal farm, as that would make sense. And now I just need to refresh until there's a waiver with the right craft essence. And this guy's called Ilia for life. Has he got Ilia? Ooh, no, it wouldn't appear as though he does. The problem is, like, it's a randomized kind of selection of ones who are available right now. So often it's just a lot of refreshing until you get the one you want, and that can take a while. It can be extremely tedious. But I haven't really rolled in the banner very much at all, so I don't have the 5-star gacha CE that increases the gold medal drops, and I kind of need that, to be perfectly honest, because it really sucks farming the medals. Oh, found it. Thank you, Chris. Right, best way I want to do this. The setup's probably alright actually, or is it? No, because I can somewhat maximize it a bit more. I just need to, no. What do I want to do? I want to get these ones in here because silver medals can also drop, and I've got a couple of the 4-star CE for them. I want to replace a Rash with, can I put Vlad there? No. He's almost Bond 10. I want to get him up there so I don't need to bother bringing him for most things anymore, outside of just Art's meme teams. Can we get Emmy in there? He can fit. Actually no, I want to put Dion in there, because the one is Bond C. And thinking about it, I can also fit another, whatchamacallit, joint recital. Who's got the maximum broken one? Mash. That's honestly, that CE is like tailor-made for servants like Raiko and Jolter. Buster performance, crit performance, you'd struggle to get better than that. A data updated? Oh wow! What's this gonna be? Oh, of course, it's 1 AM, so it's gonna boot me out to do the thing. Wait, I don't suppose, no, I don't suppose they're adding Chaldea lunchtime yet, and that's why the data's updating. Maybe? Oh, you can see my mouse on here. It is a black screen right now, but that's probably... Okay, right. The game didn't crash. Yeah, because if you didn't know, I'm playing on an emulator, and they kind of tried to kill emulators recently, so it's a bit temperamental. 50 frame points. Oh, it's the master missions, of course. What are they? I can get a whole 2 Senkorts by completing all of these. And it's not lucrative, but you do it anyway. Right, servants, divine, Odorman, lawful, chaotic, good. Right, I guess we'll just find out what attributes the servants have as we go along and do this. I bet I won't be able to... No, there it is. Do I need to do this again? No, I don't. Brilliant. Am I on the right node? Yes, I am. Good. Yeah, that was slightly worrying then, because data updates don't really happen very often, but they have happened a couple of times. Because the game's been kind of, not buggy lately, but it's had maintenance issues. Because when they actually went to launch Nero Fest, whenever there's going to be an event, and, well, whenever there's an event, before the event comes out, there's 3-hour maintenance that starts from the end of that day, quote unquote, when the logins reset. But the maintenance went really wrong last time, and where it was meant to be 3 hours, it was extended to like, what was it, 21 hours? It was absurd. However, on the upside, we did get like 18 quarts and 21 apples from it when we were supposed to get like 3 quarts, so honestly I'm not complaining. Because quarts are always a nice thing to have. And I have actually forgotten my strategy for this because I'm kind of going against it right now. But yeah, what can you do? Right. I don't need to. I probably only need to use Raiko's MP once. Because now that I have that maximum broken, yeah, she should deal enough damage to just kind of get through all the enemies on the last wave. Well, apart from Helena, but whatever. Generate some crit stars. Pretty sure the way they've done the master missions, yeah, I'm pretty confident the way they've done the master missions is that you can complete them all within like just regular farming of Nero Fest. I shouldn't have to go too out of my way to actually get them. And of course, when I generate a bunch of crit stars, I get cards that are not what I wanted. I get both Waver and Mash with not a single Raiko. Even just one, like, quick Raiko card or something would have been better. Oh well. At least I've got the crit skill thing to kind of make up for that a bit. Just want to get that book out of the way. Nice. No, don't decrease crit. Oh, really, do not do that. No pliance. Right. Okay, oh, and as a demon, I would imagine, has the demonic attribute. Actually, demonic that. Apply special attack, attack demonic, and special attack. Right, okay, yeah, so that's to enemies as well, so it's not just servants, that'd be good. 75k, No, she can, maybe. If they both crit, she should be able to do, like, 75k of damage. Especially if we do this. Oh, no, don't want to use that one. That could have been bad. And again, this isn't like completely necessary to kind of do all this, but it's just about efficiency. And I've been playing a lot of this. Like, lotteries are too good to miss out on. Okay, the Buster one did it alone. I thought it probably would. Given that she's got a CE to increase not only Buster damage, but also crit damage. Like I said, it was basically made for Raikou, built around that whole concept. And yeah, Jolter too. Right, but this is going to be interesting to test out. And I can increase her crit damage a bit further. And defense, because why not? 84. What I can also do actually, if I really want to just be cheap for this, get Waver to 100, uses MP first. Lower defense across the board. The stun matters less, so. And it stuns everyone, even I don't actually care about the stun. Cool. It's always a way. It's a really low chance to do that as well, but of course it does it when I don't need it. I also realised I barely actually changed my setup, so far these are pretty much, apart from a couple of appearances by Rash, practically been the only servants I've actually showcased. Well, yeah, what can I say, they're really good. Nice. And I've got 21 drops, which is a bit above average. I usually get, actually no, I usually get around 20 from that. Right, so there's 1 lawful servant, 2 chaotic, 2 good. Okay. Not to mention just 3 servants in general. So that one's lucrative enough. Yeah, I don't really mind doing that one actually. Right. 42, yeah, might as well. Give it a couple of spins. 279, I'm gonna need 300 to buy these crystals. The thing is, now I'm clicking manually. This is all the exercise I get, just clicking this. Half. 500, no, that was 50k. Yeah, some. Alright, okay, yes, I'm gonna want to do that. With the amount I get is 79. Maybe I can. I'm not sure. I might have to do 1 run of this or 2. It'd be useful if someone had it maximum broken. But I'm not taking a Garbo 7 who has it maximum broken. I mean, I could actually just stick them on the back row and change up my setup a little bit. Unfortunately, you can't filter by craft essence. And that's the wrong one. Don't need savers for this anyway. I know there was in my support. like an NP5 Ilya with the 5-star CE maximum broken. She appears to have dropped off the face of the earth. Okay, so that wave is there, so I can select them if I need. Just a quick check, just in case there's anyone else. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, not maximum broken. Lancer perhaps? No, one. No. Alright, okay, nah, it's fine, I'll go with Waver. It's not a huge difference anyway. It's something, but it's not life or death. Yeah, the latter half of the year is going to, well, I say latter half of the year. It's already mid-September. I don't exactly know when that happened, but basically the last like 4 or so months of the year are going to be pretty hectic in the game because we're going to start getting reruns of events from last year. We're going to get like maybe after this ends, probably a week, maybe 2 weeks. Depends when they do Altera's event. Yeah, we'll get a couple of weeks of downtime. Then we'll get about yeah, we'll get probably a couple of weeks of downtime. Then we'll get the rerun of last year's, if I'm remembering correctly, we'll get the rerun of last year's Halloween. Then we'll get this year's Halloween, both of which will probably end before October ends, because that's how it works in this. After then, it will probably be, we'll probably get another week of downtime, then we'll probably go straight into the Christmas rerun, which will probably happen early November, because here's the thing, both Christmas events are almost certainly going to have finished before December actually starts, because after then we're getting story chapters basically until the end of the year. I have no idea what compelled them to do that, apart from, I know there's a whole thing of like, the story, like, it wraps up before the end of the year, but that's only because of how they scheduled it. They could have worked around that. But I'm not too bothered about events actually coinciding, like, really strictly with the actual timing of, you know, things like Christmas or whatever. I'm not overly bothered. It's just a bit odd. But yeah, I don't plan on doing any major roles. I essentially want to save up until after all those events, and then roll probably quite a bit, to a similar extent, probably a little bit more, depending on how it goes, as I did on the summer banner. But we don't speak about how the summer banner went. And that'll be Babylonia banner 1, and it's like 2 servants I want from that and a craft essence. Okay, I can probably do something a bit cheeky here. 31, that might be enough. I can use Raico's MP now. 100% crit chances on both those art cards. The plan is to get her MP to shoot right back up, while mostly negating this whole portion of the fight. Again, depending on the cards I get, I can kind of mix up the strategy just a bit. Okay. 71. Probably not enough to actually do anything with, because I can use Mash's thing to get it up to 90. Not quite 100 though, and it's 100 and nothing. 40 crit stars though. What cards? Oh well. I'm pretty sure no one here has any of those traits. Oh well. Yeah, I can just crit Helena. So hopefully I can just wipe everyone out next turn. That's the plan. But I need Raiko to get hit at least once. Okay, there we go. 2's excessive, but it doesn't matter. That probably, I say probably, this absolutely won't kill Helena. But hopefully the consecutive buster attack will. Yeah, I can use Mash's attack buff from her Noble Phantasm just before. So yeah, that should be fine. Honestly, Mash really is not bad at all for a free servant you get at the start of the game. She's still like top of the tier list when it comes to 4 stars. Although it makes sense. You want to not completely screw over people who get bad luck in the game. Oh, Edison. Prick, he's got 1,000 health. Okay, to be fair, Helena didn't die either. This was going to go on for an extra turn regardless. Okay, yeah, but this is fine. I thought for a second I was a craft essence drop for that last joint recital that I need to maximise everything on the other node. Fortunately, it was not. Right, how many of these did I get? Oh, definitely not enough for what I would need. Or at least I don't think... No, it's not enough. I think I needed like 21 or something. No, it's not 21. But don't matter. Oh wait, no, it was enough actually. Never mind me. Yeah, I can buy those at Copper Crystal. Nice. Gonna need them if I get Enkidu. Not bad. Honestly, I want friend points more than anything right now. For one thing, so that I can get some kind of a shot at Angra Manju, because this is the best way of getting friend points for, well, I don't think Christmas, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Christmas lottery doesn't give out friend points, so it's probably the best until Da Vinci gets its rerun, which won't be until May, something like that, maybe later, maybe sooner, regardless, a while. I had meme number, one of the many meme numbers, and arguably the best in my opinion. Right. Oh well, yeah, I can do some friend point things. Oh, of course, yeah, it's the free 10 times friend point summon of the day. It's going to take a while to load because the first friend point roll you do of a session was those endless trash. Well, that's fine. Promise, because I'm streaming it, like the CPU's like melting and so it's going to lag a bit, but the lag, usually you get a delay or a bit of lag when there's something you haven't previously summoned because it's having to load that new data. And literally the only thing I haven't summoned from the friend point pool is Angra. Yeah, no. Oh, but I can do 3 more though, it'll definitely be an ease. Like I said, I don't expect to get him anytime soon. I may never get him actually. There's plenty of people who've been playing for years and like who've been playing the Japanese version for years and they haven't got them still. Although then there's other people who have like 3 or 4 copies of them, and Hey, that's luck for you. It's weird. And I don't like it. But yeah, just put them in there. Success. Right. I probably want to do another run of the petal node now. What am I doing? I need waver. Maybe one who has joint recital maximum broken? I know someone on here has it. Pretty sure it's the guy whose username is to ask people to use Jolter. Even though if you've got a waver, people are going to use waver. Because everybody uses waver, because he's that good. Just let me think. Did a thing. Level. I've never seen someone grail waver to 100 before. You don't tend to grail support. I mean, you can. I've grailed support. I've grailed Dion. Shuten's grailed to 100, but she's not a support. Well, yeah, kind of. She's a pseudo support. I personally argue she's kind of a pseudo. She's an offensive pseudo support. Gotta use all the big words. Oh, of course, I need to change the setup to how I have it when I'm doing the other. Well, when I'm doing this very node. And it's clogging up with level 1 servants who I need to burn. There's a rash. Where's my kaleidoscope? Well, one of my 3. There it is. Right. Yep, that's all fine. The reason I use a rash is, for one thing, he has really good. He's a 1-star servant, so I can give him a 5-star craft essence and not go over the cost limit. That's not the main reason. The main reason is because he's got an AoE Noble Phantasm that deals good damage, so I can clear out a wave really easily. He can charge his own MP by 20%, meaning I can stick a kaleidoscope on him and it goes straight to 100. And the main thing is, because his Noble Phantasm is really good, it also kills him, which means he will then be removed, and then I can bring in someone else without needing to use a specific mystic code, which is the costume basically. Each costume has a different associated like abilities. It's not necessarily intrinsically linked, but it's just, you know, you have different costume, you know, say you're cute anime girl, because let's face it, everyone, you know, chooses the female master. You know, you can play dress up with her, and you can get new abilities at the same time, so that's great. So yeah, Arash is probably the 1 servant who's died more than anyone else, even if you don't use them very much. Here comes Riker. When the game decides it doesn't want to lag, but hey, the game's poorly optimized. Even if it does make, like, God, how much is the Grand Order made in total? I think it's made over like $2 billion. It's absurd. Like, the fact that it's so lucrative that it's literally like the new focus point of Sony's like whole economic model. It says a lot about the success of the game. I could also use this, potentially. Alternatively, I might not. Yeah, no, this is fine. It's always good to get rid of Jolter as quickly as possible because she just deals absurd damage. even if she deals like neutral damage, she doesn't have class advantage, she like will still very often just like wipe your party basically. Well, not wipe your party, but she'll take out like most of someone's health. And it's super bad if you're a berserker, because then she will deal effective damage. Don't do that. Okay, now I think I'm good to use this. Hopefully. And that. I'll hold off using that. 50%. It's neither here nor there. Oh, okay, that worked better than I thought it would. Definitely can't underestimate that damage boost. Right, now to fight Little Amakusa and Laughing Man, because for whatever reason they really like to give the servants weird names when they put them in events. And this is almost certainly going to be enough to wipe both of them out without needing to even use the extra attacks. But hey, they're there if I need them. And did it? No, it didn't. Yeah, those big deal with exponentially more damage than the Noble Phantasm itself. Well, to Dante's individually. That's why crits are good. Right, I'm getting through these master missions fairly quickly. I've got good progress on like the bulk of them. And they are weekly, so yeah, I've got like a full week to do it, but I usually tend to do it within 24 hours of them coming out. Not to brag or anything. Right, 2 apples, that's enough to get 43 AP, because the thing is, I do want to actually be somewhat conservative with my use of apples. It's 10, 10, 10. Danganronpa here is. Yeah, I do want to be a bit conservative with my use of apples, mainly because while this lottery is very good, it's not quite as good for Christmas, especially for my needs, so I want to have a bunch of apples left over and carry them over to Christmas. 2K18. Actually no, what's the mean? 20K8 even, that's the mean. 戦闘か。なるべく避けたいところだ。了解。押し切ります。いいだろ。Generally some stars when I'm on it. 罠だ。Yeah, after this I'll probably roll a bit in the lottery. Well, I say roll a bit, use all the petals I've got, spend them, and well, from them decide what I want to do. But yeah, I think if I do end up doing a second Nero Fest stream, I'll definitely save some challenge quests to do that to do in the stream, because they're a lot of fun and they're actually challenging. Surprise, surprise. Very gimmicky. mash a bit. Yeah, the cards aren't so great this time. But that's okay. Well, yeah, I mean it's not great, but whatever. It's fine, I can get Joan out of the way. I wonder whether Jijom Strolong plays Granddaughter. I doubt it. That would be funny if it did. Right, what do I want to do now? Nah, don't do that. I mean, I can easily get Jot out of the way. Gotta name them. Ooh, that almost killed him. Alright. Okay, this is fine. Right, yeah, this is like unironically fine. I will use Mashu's MP. Just for that extra damage when I use the Noble Phantasm. Because why not? You know, I specifically, like, this is another thing that always happens. I poured out a drink before I started this because, you know, it makes sense to stay hydrated when you're, you know, busy farming and, you know, blabbering on about nonsense for like an hour. I drank most of it before I actually started the stream. And I had like a third left at the end. And I'm not going to get up and get another one. I can't be bothered doing that right now. So I'm just going to have to sit here and suffer. I can already feel my throat getting dry. Yeah, he also doesn't seem to like anime titty as well, which is another problem because, you know, Grand Order, like, it knows what its fans are like, so it slips in some, you know, some fan service. So you probably wouldn't appreciate that either. Although to be fair, it's not microtransactions. Well, I would argue they're not necessarily okay. Microtransaction. It's a blanket term. You could probably have it under the scope. I do think gacha games are separate to them because it's the fundamental base of the entire game. You know, blah blah blah. I do think the rates are awfully like bad. Like I won't defend the rates one bit. The PR team as well sucks, and the localization could be a lot better. There are some issues with the translations. It's the only one that isn't outsourced, and funnily enough, the other servers that are outsourced are better managed. But okay, the problem is they do technically outsource the localization, but the problem is it's still directly dictated to. They have no autonomy. They are completely dictated to by Delightworks in Japan, which is a problem because it doesn't mean, you know, it. And so far they've not really been allowed to stray too much. And when they have strayed, like making the New Year guaranteed banner Thanksgiving instead, it's caused a bit of outrage. Is that the only one I've done? No, I've done two. She did the line 3 times. No, she did it 4 times. I don't know if she was going to stop. Wow, Saint Quartz, singular. Right, 234. 99. Okay, cool. I can get through another box. F6. Yep, that's the one. Ah, but, you know, whoever invented the auto clicker, I mean, it's a really simple process. I know that, but like, you know, God bless whoever actually invented that because it's so useful. Because I mean, you know, you know, I'm a degenerate. I'm on the computer all day. I don't have a good, you know, posture. I don't hold the mouse properly or whatever. You know, I'm a, you know, prime candidate for like carpal tunnel syndrome. So I don't want to raise my chances any more than I already am. It is just kind of mind-boggling though that you can't just dump, you know, all of them and do like, you know, 100 rolls at a time instead of 10. Oh, spin some over. Reset, because I've got everything. And now it's replenished. And I got 36. Don't need Volvo now. Okay, that's all the ones I can do for now. How many friend points did that net to me? Probably not a huge amount. 22. Eh. Well, it's fine. I'll eat up these friend points. Craft essences mainly. Admittedly, it's kind of what I want, apart from Angry Menu. Right. Put it into the CE bomb. Right. Actually, are there any? Oh, I can do 2 more summons because I've been accumulating friend points. Because some people are actually using my servants because I've got proper C's on them. Okay, single craft essence. So screw it. I'll put it in anyway, just so there's none kicking around. Cool. Right. Just wondering exactly what I want to do now. Okay, this is filling up with a lot of stuff. The limit's 300, I'm gonna have to remember that so it doesn't go over. Okay. Streaming is a bit of a special occasion. I don't do it all the time. And this one single ticket for one single roll has been taunting me this entire time. So, I'm gonna decide to do a single roll. I don't expect to get anything from it whatsoever, because why would I? It's one ticket. But I might as well, you know, end off with just a single ticket. Does that sound like a good idea, or does that sound like a bad idea? No. We'll see what the feedback is on that. Again, it's a ticket, it's not the end of the world. The event gives me a good fair few anyway. And I'm probably going to dump some more money into the game later in the year before the guaranteed banner comes out. But no, I'll do it. I'll do a single thing. One ticket. I bet it's Caesar or 3-star craft essence. You know, regardless, like, okay, it's a craft essence. Okay, I have another copy of the 4-star craft essence. Okay, what things are silver? Because that increases silver medal drops. Do I need silver medal stuff? Lamps? I mean, I guess I won't need lamps ever again if I buy them. And it can also be turned... Wait, no. No, it's only a downward exchange. I can buy some more magic gems. I probably need a couple more. Maybe it'll net me a few friend points. Well, it wasn't a 3-star craft essence. But, formation, support setup. Who should I put on? forget who's actually on the node for it. What does it do again? Defense, MP strength. The other one's Buster. I think this makes sense to do. Yes, screw it. I'll go ahead with this. Okay, that's fine. Well, it's better than nothing. I mean, technically you can't get nothing. You always get something. Otherwise, it's gambling. Because that's the thing. Technically speaking, it's not gambling to play gacha. Because the thing with gambling is there's an element of risk in regards to. Yeah, you can win big, you can win small. You can also lose and end with literally nothing, and having just spent a load of money and literally get nothing. When you get garbage in the gacha, you say, oh, I got nothing. Technically you got stuff, but it's also subjective the worth that you put on it, because it's worth as much as you personally value it. For example, if I go to my room, right, in here, I've got my favourite boy Stolfo here. He's only a 4-star servant, so he's more common than a 5-star servant, but I value him higher than I do a rando 5-star, like, I don't know, Joa, let's say Joa. So you always gain something, it's just the stuff you put on it. Anyway, I'm trying to rationalise my, you know, possible gambling addiction to Fate Grand Order, but whatever. So yeah, that was a bit of a farm. Depending on what I do, depending on how busy I am with videos and whatever else, I may look to stream it again at some point later in the week, and if I do, I'll save some challenge quests, or at least one, because they're quite fun to do. But yeah, that's about that. Make sure to subscribe, watch out for videos. I hope to get a video out soon before the end of the month. Thanks for coming to the stream, and I will see you later when I can find OBS and close the stream. Yeet.